Everybody, welcome to Laugh and Learn Magic Tool Talk, Self
Mhm.
Protection Part or Chapter 2. Chapter 2. And I do have to give credit to where credit is due. Best Chatters really wanted a part 2. And I'm not one to disappoint. I mean, I will do it, but so we have Teri at Holding Your Space. Hello, Teri.
Hello. Hello, Gerald. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We have Purple Elephant, Deb H. And let's see if I can do that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I'm not using my tiny hands because Jamie may be watching. Mesquite. We have Medium Betsy Palmer right there. So this is really challenging if you've never done this. So, I'm Tarot Stash. Please like and subscribe to all of our channels because
Yes.
links are below. And apparently, well, not apparently, YouTube likes it when you do that because people learn about it. So, but I want to go around to all of the amazing guests that we have. Uh-oh.
Teri said she felt like Bob Barker. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
That's good.
So, Betsy, how are you?
I'm here. And I consider that probably the best I can do right now. Energy is weird for me. It's just weird. There's just a lot going on.
There is a lot of energy around for a lot of people. And what I've been hearing in the community is people are talking about it really started in October with the first eclipse. So, but yeah. Anything I can do to help you?
Thank you. That's very sweet. But I think it's just things are going to resolve themselves. The good part about this is I am finally sleeping at night, unlike the moon phases between eclipses. I'm finally sleeping, so yay.
Oh, good.
Good. That's very good. Teri, what about you? How are you feeling?
Yeah, energy is odd right now, isn't it? It feels like every day I have all these things planned and goals, intentions that I make for that day. And then something happens and I realize I have to surrender that goal and I can be of more service in this other way. And just recognizing that.
Yeah. Okay. Deb, Angela, how are the two of you? Look at me. I'm like I can't bow down.
Well, we also are experiencing some very strange energy. It's like what Betsy said. It's going to resolve itself. It's just a matter of getting through the weirdness and writing out what the universe is doing at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is so much transition, isn't there, Deb?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Transition
yes,
is a very nice word.
Transitions of every kind.
Yeah.
Yes. Excuse me, I'm writing that down because that's a good word, transition.
And it seems to be in my world, it's like in the professional arena, the stuff is what's going on that is more challenging for me. And on the spiritual side, it seems like things are moving at a pretty good pace as well. And it's all going in a really beautiful direction, but it's just a lot to try and stay in the middle of at one time without, because like last night, I felt like, oh, this is it. I'm losing it. It's just, I don't, the young me, this would have been the time I'd have been packing my stuff and putting it in my car and driving to another state.
Sure.
It is that unsettling.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about this because I went to an event on Saturday, and the energy. Well, my Samhain celebration. I've had some expansion in my understanding of my abilities. Is that fair to say, related to light language? And during ritual on Samhain, I was actually everything was just too icking loud. I mean, if someone were to breathe, it would have been too loud. I was like, this, no, stop. And so I was actually covering my eyes and cradling my third eye to try to help balance it. And so what I was thinking about with this is, it's like, I don't know if people have actually, you've gone to a stream where it's very slow moving and you can walk on it, and when you walk across it, all of the soot and the sand rises up. And so it's like, what I've done is I've walked further down my understanding and my abilities, and I'm now standing still, but the soot has not settled. So it's just like, what is going on? What do I pay attention to? How do I stop that? So
Yep.
it's very interesting that way. So we have 30 people are watching, 30 of the best chatters, and I have a couple of things starred. I have tried to capture some of the questions or comments that we didn't get to highlight last time. By the way, the link to the last live is down below, and I have also added it to the playlists, the various playlists. So Beth, Lottie, and Kat Evans is here. Work lurking. Good to have that. Kristen
Alone in the office is good.
yeah. Alone in the office means you're going to get a whole lot done, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Tarot Ask Backwards is here. Hello.
Hi, Jeff.
Kristen and Annie Bear. Annie Bear's on their cell, so no tagging. And Nancy, Crohn's Intuition, is here. Hello. And thank you. Nancy and Jane the Seeker were reading with me on Monday, so it was lovely.
Oh, nice.
It was lovely.
Love them both.
Oh my gosh. And Diana said, OMG, what is wrong with the picture? I'm actually not in the car. What?
No.
And eating
Not
lunch. A great set of diners with me. Cool. Well,
Nice.
yes. Merita is here. Hello. And Claudia. And so Book Bewitched is here. Hypnicity. You feel like Bob Barker, Teri. Sorry about that. Yeah. Well, that wouldn't actually be Bob Barker. That would be
The
The
ladies.
hand
girl.
models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. They didn't gain as much notoriety as Vanna White did over on that other show.
Yeah, Vanna White rocked it. Somebody had her back. That was good.
Somebody did.
Yes. Seascape, Fatima, Rossi, and Sharon Foster. Hello. And Jane the Seeker is here. And and I have a couple of starred questions. Diana said Saturn direct, Pluto direct in Capricorn. Here we go.
That's the energy. I was thinking we needed an astrologer to tell us what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, that would be it.
Plucky Heroine. And okay, so lots of amazing people are here. Thank you. Just getting caught up on this so that I want to All right. Yeah. Thank Goddess Diana for these planets going direct. I added that. I added the Diana for those going. Were so.
Love it.
And so Jane is also on their phone, so no tagging. And okay.
We know that we all love each other.
We do. And Kaylee Fogo Pogo is here, and so okay, yeah, Goddess Diana, blessings to you in return, because I'm supposed to be referring to her as Wonder Woman. So oh, here you go. Plucky Heroine said, I actually feel a lot better. Got rid of some sketchy home repair people.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah. And yep, get more done. Boss just came in. Oh,
Yeah,
stinks.
that ruins
So-
a good time.
It does. It does. Oh, and so Beth said, Angela, I want to watch your playing card series. Just haven't got my hashtag together yet, but hoping this weekend. Do you have that as a playlist?
No, I need to learn how to do that, how to set it up as a playlist. So we're going to be doing lessons later, Gerald.
Easy peasy. Easy
Okay.
peasy.
Nice.
Nalani said, my dizzies are awful. The left ear ringing is terrible too. I suppose this shall pass.
It will.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope so, but if not, go to a doctor.
I also want to say that I think that it's being a very busy download season. So if you're a little bit off balance and you have seen the doctor and ruled out anything physical, it could be that.
Yeah. And Kristen says, I have been excessively tired.
Yeah. Be
And
gentle.
What was that?
Oh, I just saying, be gentle with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We all need to.
Well, and I think it's one of those things. Let's bring it around to self-protection. Is sometimes we can't sleep, or I mean, like Betsy, you weren't able to sleep, and I think as you were saying, Teri, it's necessary to honor what's going on for us, because if we try to fight it, it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Hymnicity said my doctors don't treat this.
Not yet.
That's right, not yet.
Yeah. Lori Huntsinger said, hi, Lori. Another energy is the blue lights that the Syrians are sending to Earth this month. They are entering the three Hopi mesas. First one was on the 4th, next to November 18th and the 25th.
I was just thinking, wait a minute, I just heard that this morning. Where did I? Oh, yeah, it was when I was walking and listening to Teri's morning meditation.
Yeah.
Because,
That's amazing.
because all of the best chatters listen to Teri's morning meditation. Right?
Come on down.
There you go.
So helpful for getting me calm. Let me tell you, I was going to do a Steve Noble thing, and I'm like, why do I need to kick my own ass on my walk? I need to calm down. I need to calm down.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to Teri.
There you go.
Yeah.
And just so that everybody knows that, it's Teri at Holding Your Space, because that's what I'm going to do.
Thank you, darling.
So, and okay, so Schumann Resonance has been kicking our butts. Today there was a root chakra download.
Yeah.
Explains my back.
And hypnicity
Honey, we all need that.
needs a shaman.
Well, we all need that.
Shaman, our own personal shaman. I have one.
Yeah. I just want a shaman to spoon me all night, please.
Oh,
There you go.
that sounds delightful.
There you go. And so the blue lights are about humanity raising its consciousness. Illusions are being dissolved. It's a paradigm shift.
Well, can't they shine those lights at the Pentagon or someplace where it's actually going to do some freaking good? They shine it down on the Hopi thing, and all that's going to do is get them to want to put another pipeline through the middle of it. For crying out loud. Sorry.
How do you really feel, Betsy?
Hmm.
Yeah, y'all are finally meeting the real me.
Yeah, there you go.
Cracking me up.
And okay. Plucky
Aw.
Heroine said, whenever I feel physically blah, I burn a Reiki charged energy candle. Well, that wasn't working, so I changed to a cleansing candle, and my energy plus atmosphere energy improved 100%.
Good.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Let's connect this to self-protection. Paying attention to what has worked in the past, what is currently working or not working, and then adjusting. That is self-protection.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Anything you do to improve your state of being
Mm-hmm.
comes under the heading of self-protection.
Say that again. I think that's very important.
Anything you do to improve your state of being comes under the heading of self-protection.
Yes.
That's beautiful, Deb.
Yes.
Love that.
Yes. And that was Purple Elephant Deb H. All right, I won't be doing that all. Meditations are so good at calming oneself.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Sharon.
The shaman needs shaman. So,
Amen.
and Beth said, "Oh, sweetie, we've met you."
Oh my God.
Yeah. Kiba Lyons is here. Hi, Kiba. Good to see you. Okay, I want to do a couple of. All right. I did mention Kristen has been excessively tired, and we were talking about honor yourself. Meet
Yeah.
you where you are.
Yes.
And there's a difference between meeting you where you are and then kicking your butt because you need your butt kicked.
Mhm.
Yes, that is different.
Yeah.
So-
Judgment.
Oh, this is weird. I just had that an old song pop in my head. It's probably so old, I don't even know who would remember it. Hot cross buns.
Mhm.
Hot cross buns. There, the minute I saw that, I saw a nice steamy shower, but then I heard hot cross buns. So that might be like a reference to some kind of a comforting, self-soothing, comforting things, like a lovely hot shower with something aromatic in it, because like eucalyptus vapors or something, and then a hot cross bun. This is like some kind of a self-comfort thing.
Well, and the lyrics wouldn't. It's more like a barker calling out that they
Yeah.
have wares to sell, because
Mhm.
so that the lyrics don't have it as much to do with it as what you said, the comfort level
Mhm.
of getting something.
Yep. The comfort food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and Lottie B learned that on the recorder at school.
That's an important life skill right there.
Hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. So it would be someone selling their wares out in the street
Yeah.
would sing that.
Yeah, super yummy with butter.
So it's kind of like the 6 of Cups card, right? With the kids, isn't that the one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think
look
it's-
at Betsy, who doesn't read tarot.
Uh-huh.
She
Right.
just named it. Good for you.
Pulling out the nostalgia card.
Good for you.
yeah. So it's a 6 of Cups moment for you there, dear.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the same song as Three Blind Mice. Three Blind Mice. Why have I been thinking about them recently?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
don't
want to
know.
put that on.
And something about their tails. I don't know.
Yeah. And Book Bewitched added, I don't know why, but I'm cranky. Lots of unbidden snark.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't that like just it's almost like wrapping in a hot towel, but under the skin, it's like this warmth moving through your body of the unbidden snark. You're just like waiting and looking for that opportunity.
Jump right out. Yes.
Well, and that was something that I was really paying attention to this weekend. I was with a group of people who I enjoy being with, and we were asked to bring cards. I wasn't going to be reading for people. I was just like, I wasn't going to do it. And so, to be honest with you, I removed myself from the space. I went into a different room, did some grounding. So it's one of those things that it's not going to do anybody any good to do a reading when I'm not feeling right about it.
Exactly.
I had this kind of a succubus kind of chick flop herself down right in front of me and look at me and go, "We're just getting all up close and personal." And I looked at her and I go, "That's okay. I have no problem asking you to back up."
Oh, nice.
Oh, shabam. I love it, Betsy.
Did she back up?
Not until I told her twice. She sat there and I just ignored her, and somebody else was trying. This was my event last weekend-ish ago. So the host of the space, she needed to sit down, and she purposefully was going to sit between us. And so I looked at the succubus and I go, "Now I am going to tell you to back up."
Nice. Very nice.
Wow.
I think it's so important to do it, and don't be apologetic about it.
Nope.
No, it's a complete sentence.
Yeah.
And Anne is here and has a bad cold and a sore throat. Sorry. Right.
Sorry, honey.
Kristen Louise is here and says, me too, Anne, sick and snotty. And of course, that's the one I choose to put up. So, all right. So there's a lot of great people who are coming in. So thank you. And Beth had a dream. I dreamed a rattlesnake bit my wrist and was holding on with its fang. I squeezed behind its jaws to get it off. It was the most vivid part of the dream and a weird one. Ooh. And Merita is cranky because mail order company sent the wrong thing. Hi, Mousy Girl. I hate feeling sick too. So. Okay, so we have got Jonathan Daly is here. Hello, Jonathan. Joan B is here. Rose Flower. I have a whole bunch of, if you have questions about, I think I added that. If you have questions about self-protection, type it in caps. Please remember, we're not doing personal readings. We're talking about the importance of self-protection. And I just saw a whole bunch of chat. Plucky Heroine said, I used my black salt on my property perimeter. So that may attribute to my improved mood and energy.
Nice.
Nice.
I would think so. Yes.
Yep.
So, and I've been redoing my closet in my bedroom, moving furniture out of it, throwing a lot of stuff away. And this is that idea of as our physical space mirrors our spiritual place. So, that idea of the feng shui is so very important. And sometimes when you need a change, rearrange things.
Yes.
Yes.
Rearrange things.
Can be that simple.
Could be. Okay. So here are some things that are from the last time. If these people are here, it's great. Seascape said, I need to work on protection. It seems I am wide open at times. And the reason I highlighted this is because, Seascape, the fact that you know that you are wide open at times is a beautiful awareness. And the fact that you know that you're that, then it gives you the ability to do something about it.
Yeah.
So I'm not telling you to not be wide open. Doing it with awareness is really powerful.
Yes.
Mhm.
So,
Doing it and letting everything in that passes by is very, very draining on your energy.
Mhm.
yes.
I would say, what are your tools that you're attracted to? Is it aroma? Is it scent? Is it something tangible, something physical you can hold? I mean, look at me, right? So if I would suspect you probably have some tools already that you are attracted to, and I would say forewarned is forearmed. So have some tools with you even when you feel good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to wear my purple jade a lot, really good for empaths to help keep your emotions yours and others away. I wear it a lot just so I don't have to get someplace and say, oh, I wish I had my purple jade right now.
Yeah.
Seascape said, I like my rose quartz a lot.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, heart and a protector. If you're codependent at all, I'm going to caution you. Is that an open invitation to those that need that?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's really important for us to pay attention to the tools and rotate your tools as you see necessary. And if you don't know what they are, try lots of different things.
Mhm.
Lots of different things.
Yes.
What is everybody's favorite go-to for boundary setting and protecting? I mean, black tourmaline for me is hard to beat.
Yeah.
Ah,
What about you guys?
I have black tourmaline at all of my doors. I use black salt at my doors and windows.
mm-hmm.
And what about when you go out in public, Angela?
I use the cube of space.
Do you
It's
take a
surrounding myself with the archangels.
a physical tool with you at all?
Well, I always have some physical tools with me. I take my pendulums and I have a deck of cards that's always with me. And then I have a few stones that I carry.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Deb?
Mine is mostly energetic.
Mm-hmm.
So I have virtually all the time, I have a protective bubble around me. If I need extra protection, I will energetically throw glitter. But I have an ongoing conversation with my guides all the time, and certain gatekeepers, and an energetic bubble all the time.
So now this is me going down the rabbit hole. So did you ladies use those techniques when you were first getting started? What was the first things you remember that helped you with protection?
I've been doing that since I was a small child.
Yeah, it's been going on for a long time for me too. The first thing I guess that I called in was Archangel Michael.
Cool.
And I have guardians and protectors that have always been with me.
Mhm.
So I've only recently come to know who they are, but they have always been there.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Teri? What are you using? What are some of your tools?
I think energetically, like Deb, daily. I mean, I kind of zip it up, call in my power, and align everything. I do have. He just happens to be here right now. Ganesh, Lord Ganesh, is. I have a small altar in the car, and I have altars around everywhere in the house. And Ganesh is on almost all of them. But I wear a lot of turquoise. I almost always wear my atlas and turquoise pendant.
Mhm.
And yeah, since I was little, the angels, calling in the angels, and they've always been around. But Archangel Michael was probably the first one that Archangel Michael and Jesus And then as time went on, Lord Ganesh, and of course Durga Ma, because she is a proud warrior woman.
Yeah.
So
I never, as a child, I never really did anything. And as I grew, the bubble of protection, blue light for me, it was particularly blue light. I wear my leges, I wear my necklaces. When I'm doing lives, I'm wearing some sort of a necklace for protection and grounding. So it's a great question. It's a great question. So, and speaking of great questions, the best chatters are certainly bringing it, because Sherry said, I smudge my windows and doors every full moon, bless the space. And Tektite, I don't know that one.
wow, Misty, that's cool.
That's glass that's formed when lightning strikes sand,
Oh,
I believe.
okay. Vicky
Oh,
said,
I have a Libyan desert glass crystal.
Yes.
Is that the same thing?
Yes.
Oh, that
That's
thing made me lose my mind. I started wearing that, and like 6 weeks later, I packed my car and moved back to Hawaii. I was in Sedona. That thing, I lost a minute.
Mhm.
Wow.
candles, black tourmaline, black obsidian.
Mhm.
Beth is wearing tourmaline earrings as we speak, Betsy.
Yeah.
Black tourmaline.
I wanted to hear everybody else's experiences because I was so terrified of what was around me, that eventually, like in my mid 30s, I finally got sick and tired of being scared, and I created an animal spirit to protect me.
Mhm.
Literally a horse to gallop in circles around me, kicking away all the stuff that was around me in the dark, going from my car to the garage to the house. And I mean, yeah, it was a long process for me. And so then incorporating tangible stuff that I could actually hold on to, for me, gave me another level of security, of feeling like I was a little more capable to protect myself, because I didn't feel like I could protect myself at all for a long, long time.
Well, and I think that that's an important aspect of this self-protection, is knowing that you can do it.
Yeah.
And and I appreciate you sharing that, because it's one of those things, Betsy, that we don't know that that's what's happening until we know that it's what was happening.
Mhm.
Right.
So,
And I had no one to help me with the journey either. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a circle of friends. I wasn't raised in a belief system that supported that. So, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
It's funny you say that. I wasn't raised in a belief system that supported it, but one side of my family has gifts. They just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
It's always been there, but they just don't talk about it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. I had women with mental illness on both sides of my family.
Mhm.
Wow.
Probably very gifted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people are really working it. Sharon Foster is like, wonderful suggestions for protection. And there we go. That comes from meteorite strikes.
Yeah.
So, and okay. And Vicky said, also have Native American medicine bag. My friend gave me, have it all the time. We have Pepper Jackie said mojo bag with herbs and stones.
Love that.
Yep. Green adventuring. All of these things that are great for protection in general. And we've talked about this in multiple ways and in multiple lives. They're all really effective. And I personally think if you mix them up, they go in there. Look at that.
Wow. That
Oh,
is
beautiful.
stunning, girl. I've
Ah,
been staring at that all day.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is a real claw. It's an old vintage piece, so it is an actual claw.
Mhm.
nice. Jonathan said, I have chunks of amethyst in my ears. I find amethyst to be powerful, protective stone, and I often encase myself in an egg of golden light as a protective personal shield and my angel guides. Yep. Opal ring surrounded by amethyst, moldavite, Herkimer, almost 24/7. Yep.
I tell you, hypnicity, when I saw that, I thought, good God, you are strong and brave. Moldavite and Tektite together with a Herkimer. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Girl.
Just add a clear quartz double pointed, crystal to that. And, let's see hypnicity take off.
Yeah. I was gonna say that sounds like some technology SpaceX could use.
Yeah. Beth asked Betsy, do you use dragon energy for protection?
Yeah, now I do. The dragon came to me about a year ago, and they're everywhere. Yeah, I have a dragon ring on every single day, either gold or silver.
Beautiful.
Very nice. Yeah. I've not heard the pre-night. That's a new one for me. So, and then lightning glass is called fulgurite.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. And Craig Dixon is here. Hi, Craig. Good to see you. And Teri, they just got your message.
Oh, good. I have this little flower of life pendant too, and it's yellow and white. It's diamond and yellow sapphire, but it's like those two stones should not really go together, but they're just magical on this. And this is, I either have this on or this one on.
Nice. And Pepper said, I'm old school. I carry salt to sprinkle a little here, a little there for boundaries.
Yes.
It's old school and new school.
Yeah.
And there's a reason it's old school. It's effective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If it didn't work, it wouldn't have been handed down for all the centuries, right?
Right.
Absolutely. Plucky said, I accidentally washed my black kyanite, which broke into 10 pieces. So I ground it into my black salt.
Wow.
Very good.
Amazing.
Yeah, well done.
Next level. Okay. All right. So, question may not be able to answer. What are some of the variables that create the difference between people receiving and holding unwanted energies? So,
First would be their intention. What were they going for in the first place?
An invitation. Intention comes along with that. If you're wanting to reach out to receive something else, are you defining what's welcome to come to you? Or if you're walking into a gathering or a group of some sort, are you protecting yourself at all going into it? Receiving and holding to me is like a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it kind of goes back to that thought of being wide open too. If you are not protecting your energy, then what energies are you attracting?
Mm-hmm.
What's just coming around to say, oh, there's something shining.
mm-hmm.
So guarding how open you are to other energies
Mm-hmm.
can be a variable with that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I often find at times like this on the planet, it's easy to get judgmental of all the chaos going on. And that opens us up to other energies, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And especially if we're thinking about often hand in hand with judgment, of course, it's self-judgment as well, because we're bringing it in then. But also punishment goes hand in hand with judgment, right? Like that person needs to atone for this. And I mean, that's kind of, it creates a new energy level.
Mm-hmm.
And if we just stay clear as much as possible and gentle with ourselves.
Yes.
A huge difference in walking in your power.
And making sure that what we feel is ours.
Good point.
Amazing. Yeah, because it's everywhere, isn't it, Deb?
It's
all over the place, man. The media, politics, you know, everybody's got a piece in it. Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah.
There's plenty of unwanted energy out there that we don't want mingling with our own.
Exactly.
Well, and I think, go ahead, Betsy.
No, you go.
Well, I think some of the variables that create differences between people receiving and holding unwanted energies is what environment did they grow up? Did they have an understanding of boundaries and being and having their feelings validated? Because a lot of sensitive people, I know I have a difficulty in expressing what I'm experiencing in words, especially younger, because I didn't have the words to describe it.
Yep.
So when we honor that, that people may not have the language to explain what they're experiencing, that is a difference between people receiving and holding unwanted energies, because it's an awareness of where am I, where do I begin, or where do I end and you begin.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, what were you going to say, Betsy?
Well, I was kind of smiling because Teri mentioned judgment and labeling and all that kind of stuff, and we were talking about that backstage, I think, before you came on, Teri, that was when I checked in with my guides this morning about where do we go with this conversation again. That was what I got, was naming things. That to name something good or bad is a judgment, and that all labels do is limit us. It only limits us. That if you label something good, you place a higher expectation of some kind of results from that, of aligning with that. And if you label something bad, it's opening up a door to fear, which makes you more susceptible to receiving the unwanted energies. Yeah, it was really cool that you brought it up too.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I've been feeling that this past week a lot. And I feel like, fear takes up physically a different side of our brain than curiosity does. And when we look at something with curiosity, like, well, that's a very interesting comment. Or look at it like, oh, that's kind of scary. I'm going to back off. Or lose my voice, like Gerald was talking about, which how often when we were children growing up with the constructs that we had available to us, did we lose our voices? And we didn't have the wherewithal to name something like, oh, that's fear, that's neglect, that's trauma.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There have been, of course, the best chatters are bringing it, and Deva is here, and Linda's service is here. Great to see so many people here. I want to pull in some of these things. It's like, okay. And Joan B said, I've been focusing on pulling my energy back to myself.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And Betsy, that's part of what we talked about the idea of cord cutting.
Yeah.
So, and Nalani says, I always ask for the most benevolent outcomes for all life. Very helpful. And then Joan B continued and said, the past few days, I kind of had a revelation. I realized that when you spend any time thinking and feeling that you dislike someone or are annoyed by them, you are also giving your energy to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to do right now.
Yes. Well, and I know for me, because I can hold a grudge. Surprise! I know everybody gasp and all that stuff. But But yeah, and I, thinking about this with my therapy, my personal therapy, is I knew I was actually improving, or I was changing, when I stopped talking about something. I no longer, I mean, there was nothing to discuss. I had no energy. I had no, what is it? No dog in the fight, no skin in the game, or whatever. There's all sorts of variables that could go with that. But it was like, it was one of those things. It's like, oh, yeah. And I do make that conscious choice of, is this, if I don't want to give something my energy, then I practice the sacred pause before I open my mouth. I have so much energy in the day. Where am I giving it up? So
Yeah. It's a lot of energy to be angry, or to, having been hurt. And as empaths, we get hurt so easily, right? It goes straight to your heart sometimes.
yes,
So if it's somebody dear to you.
yeah,
So yeah.
very much so. Jonathan did share. Yep, when I was younger, I had a hard time finding the dividing line between my feels and the feels of those around me. I just didn't
Yeah.
have the words necessary to express myself. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't expend energy. You got it. Also, it's the negativity that you're holding on to it. So, and I just realized why I can't focus on some people. It's hard for me to make eye contact because I pick up on their energies.
Yes.
Sunglasses are great for that.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
I like that too. All right, Gerald. Isn't a grudge just remembering something that hurt you, but holding on to the anger? I still think remembering is important because you learned something just without the anger. I will give you that. That makes sense. Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah. Acknowledging what has hurt you, and acknowledging, that is huge, because we certainly don't want to suppress it, because that's just bringing in illness if you tamp it down.
yep. And it's like Mousy Girl said, when I talk about these people, I get angry. So I block them, and I am working on banishing my anger. Well, and again, it's that awareness. It's like, oh, okay. Gee, I get to work on this now, don't I?
Yeah.
So,
But what's underneath anger? Because anger usually is the
it's a, yeah, it's the gateway. It's the gateway emotion.
Sadness, disappointment. Yeah.
That's very important. That's very important. So, all right. I'm going to, let's here. This section of the video is brought to you by the word ambiguous. Everyone say it with me. Ambiguous. Ambiguous. Doubtful or uncertain, especially from obscurity or indistinctness. Capable of being understood in two or more possible senses or ways. No ambiguity here. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Ambiguous.
Ta-da!
That was
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there it is. For me, it's important to understand that ambiguity happens when I'm transitioning, because I am no longer the way I was, and I'm not quite settled with how I am, and what used to work doesn't, and I don't know what is new and what that's going to work. So it's like, so there's some power in ambiguity.
Mm-hmm.
There's also some power in ambiguity if you want to protect yourself and create a diversion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look over here
Yes.
and distract people. So, all right. Okay. I feel if you meditate and ground, picturing a tube from your root chakra down into the earth, you can drop your anger down that tube and let the earth transmute it.
Yeah.
Great technique.
Beautiful, Joan.
Yeah. There's so many things, yes, that are possible. Oh, I'm sorry, Mousy Girl. That's very tough. And all right, what am I missing? Question: which card in the deck would represent ambiguity?
Mm.
Well, isn't that a good question?
2 of Pentacles, maybe?
Hang on, I gotta get the question back. Thank you.
Maruda is talking about. Sorry, Maruda cracked me up. She said, Amazon is ambiguous about finding people's addresses.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, oh, we have the Star. Somebody said the Star. 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, 7 of Cups. That's a good one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that. So, and the best chatters are showing some support for Mousy Girl, and Craig has been sharing some experience, and these are all powerful things. Anybody want to add anything before I pull up a couple of the other comments and questions from last time?
No.
We have this one. Peace Mama asks, shielding is vital for empaths because you may have energy drains from other spirits unaware.
You may be unaware and they may be unaware.
Yep.
Could be, yes. Yeah. And here you go. Pamela Batchelor asked, Betsy, could you please comment on why mediumship is a gift? And I'm also going to allow everyone else to talk about why they see mediumship as a gift as well. So, but I'm going to start with you, Betsy.
Well, first of all, I think a world without magic is incredibly boring and sad. And I consider psychic gifts magic. So I think the world is much better with magic than without. But number 2, why is it a gift? Because I have been able to find answers through channeling and mediumship to questions that no one else was able to touch. And also in doing readings for the people, once I started doing public readings, face it, people come to a medium when they are at last resort. It's like people, I have a friend who's a fertility shaman, and people come to see her when they've exhausted all other fertility treatments and efforts. So people are kind of at the end of the line about whatever the burden is that they're carrying. So they come to the medium and they have a question or they have something to express. And the answers from the other side are so much more eloquent and beautiful than anything I could ever dream up, that I get to sit there and witness people coming in bound up with the burden and then transform in front of my eyes when the message comes in and lands, and it's so honest and it's so touching that you actually see people transform in front of your face and walk out the door a different person. It's such a beautiful process that I don't have words to describe it. I just know that it's a privilege for me to sit in that position. So that's why I think it's a gift.
Who else would like to share why they think mediumship is a gift?
I'll go.
Go for it.
I'll grab that. I love what Betsy just said, and I feel like it's a service. Like you said, people need it, and it's a service that we can offer. And as you open up to it, it not only does it provide a service, which helps us because we help others, and that's enlightening. That adds to your light. I mean, the more that we help others, and the more that we're grateful for this service or for this gift, the more it helps us. I mean, our light gets brighter, your light gets brighter, but also that provides clarity. So clarity of purpose, clarity about what we really want, clarity about bliss, ananda, what makes our heart go pitter patter, so that we can walk through our day in joy, and also experience, all the stuff going on the planet and acknowledging it, but also be able to walk around it with joy and wonder still.
I have to, there's a lot of love, Betsy, you're getting a lot of love for the way you said it.
Yeah.
And part of me is like, gee, how do I add on to what Betsy and Teri said? But I'm going to give it a try, because sometimes we don't know with our brain, we know with our being. And some people I go to see my endocrinologist for help with my diabetes. I don't go to a judge for help with my diabetes. So mediumship is a gift, because when we understand that we have that and we see it as a gift, that is a beacon that I put out there. That it's okay. People can, sometimes I may be able to provide something to them that they need, that they're not able to find elsewhere.
Yep.
And so
I kind of see it as a gift of giving comfort, and in some cases closure, a way to be of service, so that people who are really searching, and in some cases suffering, can be allowed to start healing. That it's a healing thing, to be able to have your mind put at ease, to be able to be at peace with a thing that maybe happened with someone else, and they're gone and you can't reach them now because you're so caught up in the grief and the emotion that you can't hear them tell you it's okay. So I think that it's a gift of comfort and closure, and just of being of service.
Wow, that's nicely said as well. Did you want to share anything, Angela? You don't have to.
No, not at the moment.
Okay. And I'm going to actually add an important thing about this is that mediumship is a gift. And as Betsy says in her book, you are gifted. The words you use give something power, or they remove power.
Yes.
So if I see this as a gift, am I going to share that gift, or am I going to hoard it to myself? Because then it's not much of a gift. Now,
Exactly.
not everybody wants to, share, and you don't have to. But the choice is there, and words matter. So
Yeah.
So, and Jonathan said, I'm privileged to have been in the room when Betsy did her From the Other Side. It was awesome. Yes. And
Jonathan sat beside me the whole time, keeping me. Yeah, that was just meant so much to me.
yeah. Oh, and Nalani said it forces you to live in the present. It's helping others.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and sometimes people don't want to be helped. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Free
I'll be
will.
honest. I sometimes think that people don't want to be helped. They're comfortable in their discomfort.
And responsible too. A lot of not scratch that. Sometimes people want to just have somebody fix it for them, change it for them, and not take responsibility for
Yeah.
what they do and their choices. Sometimes it's an awareness chip that's missing about the steps that led me to this point and the choices I have before me to take me to where I want to go. Some people just think of it as like going to the doctor and, oh, I got a cut and it's infected, so the doctor gives me pills to make the infection go away. And they think the spiritual world can operate the same way.
Mm-hmm.
No, you have to do your own work. Somebody else can't do it for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, I can support you in you doing your work, and I'm happy to do that. I can hold space for you. And I'm fortunate that I have some people who they will hit me upside the head with a 2x4 if that's what I need. And I trust them because if they're saying something like that, I need to go, oh crap, really? Did I do that? Yep. And but then my self-protection is like going, yep, I see that. I'm not talking about it right now. Go away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I recognize that it's in the room, and that's very powerful.
Yes. And sometimes we're just comfortable with what we know. We just don't want to do something that's going to take us out of what we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's scary, isn't it? It's a lot of fear involved.
Yes.
I see it differently. I see it like Jonah's saying, people are all in a different place in their lives for different reasons. People that seem to be the most screwed up, what my guides have told me is they came for a particular experience and particular lessons, and they're doing it magnificently.
Yeah.
Yes.
Agents of change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get a lot of people that come to kind of get closure with people who have OD'd or committed suicide, and those folks all report back the same thing. I came here to do thing. It all came at the proper time. Nothing was really cut short.
No.
I came to immerse myself in an experience, and I did it really well. That some lifetimes are about immersion. It's not about awareness and waking up. It's about going in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whole hog, all fours, jump in.
And having the experience.
And having the experience. And that is the most meaningful thing to that soul at this time. So,
and sometimes I look at this, Betsy, and I look at like 45 or somebody, and you've got to think as an agent of change, he is playing his part quite well, and yes, it's diabolical, and he's bamboozling people and whatnot, but entertainment only, but also, who else could play their part like that? I mean, my God, fearlessly.
you know what my guides told me before that election, because I had some friends that were really upset.
Yeah.
And they said, if the Democratic vote won, then the scene was going to be like trying to change the spark plugs in your car while you're driving down the highway.
Yes.
And if the Republicans won, which they did, it said, prepare for immediate outrage. in the streets. Now,
Yes.
I thought that was going to be the people that were seeking peace were going to be in the streets. I didn't know it was going to be people that wanted to magnify what was going on. I was really surprised by that. But they told me the whole thing beforehand, so I was kind of ready for it to a certain degree.
Right. We had to go to that place to get to this place.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I do have to say, I used to teach training about transition, and it's oftentimes it's not the change that people dislike; it's the transition from the old way to the new way for the new way to start feeling comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, there's so much resentment in that, isn't there? It's like every time a software program upgrades and you have to learn a new version of Windows, people get so angry.
It's so annoying. That's why I don't have Windows anymore.
I don't have
I just
either.
removed it from my life.
That is actually one way
Mhm.
It is.
to do it too.
Yeah.
When we're talking about self-protection, that is absolutely one way to do it. Up and move.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Pick another choice.
So, yeah, pick. What was it? Did anybody see Ready Player One or read the book? Great book, by the way, and great movie. They're different, but it's about it's basically it's a hero's journey and trusting who they are and how to pay attention to what they're thinking and then be able to look at things differently. So, yeah. Okay, we're at 1 hour and 7 minutes. So, Beth, we're at 1 hour and 7 minutes, period.
Yeah.
Beth said in chat, if you're insecure or feel vulnerable, change is not acceptable because it's the power you're holding on to and you feel you can't reproduce personal power. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And here you go. Merita got Angel Tarot and my Not Magic book.
Nice.
So, oh yes. And by the way, back to the idea of which card in the deck represents ambiguity. We're ambiguous about the card choice. Well played, Teresa.
Yeah.
Well played.
She could have just worked the word whilst in there, whilst in there. That would have been complete.
And this is from a bit back, but Denise 11 Schultz said, interesting, talking about protection morphed into anger. Caitlin Keat said, by protect yourself, I don't mean to defend yourself with fierceness. I mean to raise your vibration so darkness can't touch you.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That deserves.
Yes.
There
It
you
does.
go, Denise.
Yes, it does.
My Course in Miracles mentor always hammered into me, those that need a strong defense are those that attack.
Yes. Deb is doing a remedy right now. Tuesday is Mars Day, and wearing red makes your inner divine warrior happy.
Oh, nice.
I would also say it's pretty outer. I mean, I'm not going to mess with any of these 4 people. And we'll just say, I'll say this publicly. I want them on my team. So there you go. So, all right. And Hypnocity is going to take the puppies for a checkup, and Jonathan is going to throw himself into the ocean.
Ooh.
Nice.
And I bet you may be joining, maybe swimming in the same ocean.
Tomorrow. I went for a walk early this morning.
Yeah. And yes, Deb is always right.
I know. And so is Beth.
Oh my gosh. All right. While I look to see if there's any other things. This was interesting. Book said, in this discussion, I'm realizing I have dozens of fun traditions celebration. I even used the words, but I was missing the realizations of the intention, if that makes sense.
Yes. You gotta have intention in there for it to do anything
For
at
it
all.
to be, more than just words.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Words have power when you give them power.
And the intention, if the intention is clear, ain't nothing going to get through regardless of what you do.
Exactly.
So, and okay, Hella Lizzie said, should be on a regular schedule, monthly or during stressful times, holidays, elections, etc. But we could use more protection talks. Well, yes, there's always playback as well.
Mm-hmm.
I brought this one up specifically to say, whatever you do for your own rhythms and your own rituals, do them regularly to help you prepare. Because that repetition builds that intention. I did well-being during the holidays, because here's the thing. The stuff that we know, when we know things stress us out, the holidays, elections, dentist appointments, no offense to any dentists, family get-together. What?
Eclipses.
Eclipses. These are things that when they happen, you can be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So prepare.
Yes.
I mean, the holidays are coming up, people. Here in the United States, we're doing Thanksgiving, then we go into Christmas, and invariably everybody's going to get sick after Thanksgiving because nobody's washing their hands appropriately at Thanksgiving, and then everybody gets sick after Christmas or the end of the year holidays because they haven't taken care of themselves.
Get worn out. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to say, too, that you need to listen to the messages around this time. So over my weekend, I had a number of glass shatterings.
Yes.
I am of the opinion that was a portent of something shattering is about to happen. So listen to what's going on around you. If the energy is chaotic, see if you can see how it's chaotic. It may give you some inclination as to what's coming, and that way you can prepare more appropriately how to protect yourself or how to know. Knowledge is protection too. So if you prepare and you're ready, you will be protected.
yes.
And preparation is pretty easy. You don't have a lot of work to do, and you don't have to put money into it.
Yes.
I mean, we just did a show on black salt. Didn't cost me anything to make this. I've got High John the Conqueror oil. Made that myself. You can Google how to make it, what the ingredients are. I make my own holy water. And for the worst of those during the holidays, fiery wall of protection. And I made all of this for under $4. You don't have to spend money on stuff that you get, to do this.
And if you don't have it, look around at what you have and make something.
Mm-hmm.
And have your clear intention.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And if you have a spirit team that you work with, a group, get them involved.
Yeah,
absolutely. They are invaluable when it comes to putting your intentions into what you produce to use as protection.
Yeah. And by the way, Julie is here. And one of the things that Julie said last time, and I had highlighted this, is one of my friends imagines she has a bulldozer available at will as needed to just shove it off or out of the way.
I love that.
I used to use an image of the Pink Panther with their paint roller, just painting over or whatever it is, pink, so that it's gone.
Yeah, I just love that. I think it's so very important. And if it works for you,
it works for you. Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
and to just question when you're feeling uncomfortable or you're feeling that something, that not so fresh feeling, just question, What is this? Is this mine? What do I need to know? Just question it.
Mhm.
Yep. And by questioning it, you are not doubting it. You are just trying to understand it for what it is.
Yeah.
And I think
Asking
that's
for
important.
clarity.
Yeah, you're getting clarity.
Yeah.
Michelle Marie said, great point, Gerald. If anyone here is a sidereal Venus ascendant, Libra or Taurus, there is a Venus Ketu conjunction on November 27th. Definitely watch your health that week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is anyone else singing the Pink Panther theme now? Well, you know what?
Now we are.
But
Candy?
this is an important thing. The forms of protection, it can be in song.
Yes.
Sing it, dance it. Use hand gestures. Somebody was talking about hand gestures, and
Whatever works for you, do that.
yeah, it was Tony said. I use hand signals too, although more to dismiss physical beings from my space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
With invisible and visible.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great point. Who we're surrounding ourselves with. Look at your community. Are they
Yes.
filled with love and light, like us always? No, but you know, is it somebody that's on a path like you, or is it somebody that every time they walk in the room, you're like, oh no? You know, it's just watching that and loving those that we have to have in our lives still like that.
Yeah.
Or we choose to have our family or whatnot, loving them where they're at. And that changes everything. The saints come marching in. I love that, Becky.
Yeah. So
It's beautiful.
Does anybody know if singing uses both sides of the brain?
I don't, but it seems like it would.
Yeah, I would think so.
I know that. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say it uses your speech center and your creative side. So I would think it uses both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know they've had studies, and when you make an intention like I am strong, I am invincible, or whatever your I ams are, you can say them 200 times before your brain starts to make that neural pathway. If you sing it, if you dance it, if you scream it 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
So changes everything.
Yeah.
That's great. So, snow protection. It's a big holiday, snow protection. Snow protection, that's interesting.
Yes.
Bubbles. Deb, you use glitter.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do use, and it's energetic glitter. It's not real glitter. You don't have to get it all over yourself.
Yeah, and music is math, logic, and creative as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, we all have that I need all of the power playlist, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So, what thoughts? I want to give everybody an opportunity to share thoughts about self-protection. What's something you want to make sure everybody remembers? And by the way, I didn't prepare anybody for this, so it's going to be off the fly. So that's, you know, best chatters. This is my fault that it's being uncomfortable.
Okay, I'll go first. If you need something, Google it. Kid you not. My recipes for my protection oils and stuff like that, all from Google.
Okay.
Believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Believe you can do it.
Yes, you don't need tools to do it. You can do it just by yourself.
You are not weak. You don't have to present yourself that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you are. If you're, like I said, if you have that not so fresh feeling, or if you're just not understanding what's happening with you, ask questions. Tune in, slow down, and inquire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love that. We are all divine beings. We're many creators. or big creators, whatever you want to be. So you create what you want, and just acknowledging that as we go through life, our thoughts have vibration, our words have vibration, our relationships have vibration. Go through with joy and wonder. It's more fun.
And I would say you are worth it.
Absolutely.
Look in the mirror and go, I am worth it. For the hard stuff, the easy stuff, the middle of the ground stuff, you're worth it. So, because when you do it, everyone benefits from it.
Yes.
Yes.
So, all right. Yeah, there you go. Yep. And research. So this is great. So we're not alone. Be your own advocate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the best chatters are bringing it.
Right? They are.
So, thank you everyone for being here. Like and share this video because you know somebody who could benefit from it.
Yes, you do.
I have added it to the playlists, which Angela will be soon learning how to make a playlist.
Yes.
On the tubes of Youb. Betsy and I next Monday are talking about scent with Richie from Longman Tarot. So that's going to be a good one. So I am on later today with Jamie. We're talking about 3-card spreads. And then Deb and Angela and Chris Yao and I are talking on Thursday about candle magic. And I've got a whole lot of stuff. Teri, what you got coming up?
Tomorrow I am on with Diana and Val, and we're talking about universal laws and truths. And also with the Dream Detectives on Allie's Heart and Soul Connected tomorrow night. So, and then other stuff. Oh, I've got Kim from Intuitive View and Debbie Freebird Spirit on 11/11. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I just have to put book said, so for no prep time, bullseye. All of us.
Shablam.
There you go. Shablam. Did you just say you said shablam?
I did say shablam.
I love that. Oh my gosh. So, Betsy, what you got anything you want to share?
Tomorrow I'm going to pop in. Michelle, Marie, and Tanis are having a 2-year channelversary tomorrow on Astrological Tarot. I'm going to pop in, say hi. Yes, and I'm with you on Monday with Richie. Again with Gerald and Tarot Tube on the 28th. And doing readings again with Michelle, Marie, and Tanis on Astrological Tarot on the 29th.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Deb, Angela?
I got my playing cards classes on Saturdays, and every other Sunday I have Diana Oil Painter with me to do oracle readings, oracle garden readings with using Nancy Jane's Oracle Garden.
And I have a couple of things coming up, but I don't have them set in stone yet. So stay tuned.
Okay. So yeah, everybody should like and subscribe. It's free. And so everyone, thank you so very much for being here. Let me do the outro and we will say adieu, goodbye, thank you. Take care.